What's up, guys? It's the Realest Tribe here, Deanseed. We got Pure, Suave with me. We are now back with our next chapter review of this manga, chapter 1059.
Oh,
Ready, guys?
10:59. There was some juicy stuff in this
10:59.
one.
The Captain Kobe incident.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-mm-mm-mm. And if y'all been keeping up with the covers, yeah, that's Caesar's attack right there.
Mhm.
He got them hallucinating.
Like that.
Out there tripping.
Yeah.
The effects of Caesar's gas. It's pretty dope.
Now this was dope how they showed Marco getting on Shanks' shit whole
Yeah,
time.
asking him if he wants to join the crew.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, "Nah, I'm good."
He said, I'm too old for that. And I'm like, ain't they older? Oh, that's right. He is older than Shanks. I completely forgot.
Shanks and Buggy was young boys on the ship.
Yeah, he's 40.
Yeah.
Shanks is in his 30s.
I forgot. Yeah, this man is like in his 50s.
He's old now.
Yeah.
This is the Yamato
Yeah.
flashback where he
Yeah.
basically says like Momo was too weak to handle themselves. Exactly what I was saying last video when I said they were too weak, and so is Kinemon. You know what I mean? So she can't.
Mhm.
They're too weak, which makes sense. You know?
Yeah, so she had to make up an excuse to stay too. And I was like, yeah, and like you said, like off camera, Suave, last time you was talking about how it was stupid. That was a stupid thing. How she's just like, oh, I want to travel Wano. You're just gonna travel it really quick.
Yeah, and she has her purpose there, and she's definitely able to go ahead and teach Momonosuke some stuff, especially him learning how to do their version of hockey as well.
Yeah, protector of Wano. I mean, it's interesting the way they're setting her up.
And I think
Yeah.
here is they're basically talking about she's basically saying like she really wants to be a crewmate, but there's no point if they both leave and
Oh no,
what
I think it's
about
a
Wano.
Jinbei situation where eventually she is going to jump in. I mean, just because Luffy was pushing it, we didn't see if Luffy accepted it or that was his idea. It seemed like Luffy wanted her to be in his crew. She wants to be in the crew. She got a responsibility to do. So did Jinbei. Jinbei had to take care of something before he could join. So I
Yeah.
think it's
Mhm.
a potential thing like that. Or I told you it's a 50-50 shot. Or she might not even join the crew and might just stay in Wano, protecting Wano. Like, it just all depends on
I,
how let's
Yeah,
go.
I see it that way too. I think we're gonna have a little Jinbei effect, but here, it's like, hey, I'm gonna hold on Wano because again, Luffy gave him the flag, so basically Wano's kind of like Luffy's territory. So now you got Yamato's there, and he's saying like, hey, you're part of my crew. Anytime you're ready, like just let me know. So she's basically gonna hold down the fort, train up Momonosuke, get him ready. So by the time they actually have to come back to Wano, because we know we're gonna have to come back at some point, then I think from there she will make the decision whether she's going to join or stay in Wano.
Mhm.
Right, right.
Yeah. And freaking just her pretty much Luffy's already saying right here that she's part of the crew.
Yeah,
Like so
Yeah,
it's like it's not even like she's just like she's like a member like Vivi is like we think she's a member. She's an official member.
yeah, no, yeah.
yeah,
That's why I definitely think is like he did it with Jinbei. There is a potential, you know what I mean, of her coming back. Like I could see if because Momonosuke, don't forget he's an adult in a man's body, so if she could train him up pretty quickly. You know what I mean? Then it all depends on that. It all really depends on Momo and how fast he can develop.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you're right.
And then here come Marco saying his farewells.
Yeah, this was pretty dope. I liked that. I liked how Luffy called him Marco. Like before, he couldn't remember his name. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pineapple. I like Luffy.
And Luffy always giving somebody a nickname.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's letting them know about a ship that's coming towards them or something.
And he finally got to say his thanks.
That was
Yes.
all the way back in Marineford, so that was pretty dope.
I think that's crazy. I thought he'd been saying thank you, but I guess it's just been so long since you've seen him.
Mm-hmm.
I like
Mhm.
his little laugh here.
Yeah, I can hear it in the anime because like
Yeah,
they started making it like that.
that's exactly how I read it in my head too.
Like the time belongs to you, youngsters. Now, stay strong. I liked that. Like the
Yeah.
Mhm.
but I also feel like it's like Marco. Marco is like a non-official part of the Grand Fleet. Like if Luffy go back into war, Marco's gonna pop his head up again. Like, that's just
Yeah.
how I felt it was.
Yeah, like I mean, but I feel like Marco popped up because Odin was a part of Whitebeard's crew at that time. So he was like, I'm going there to like get revenge pretty much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
but
is
he's gonna
how
see it. He's gonna see it like Ace's brother's in danger, and he's gonna
yeah,
and
that's
Yeah.
set up the same type of pull is gonna pull towards him. Like
Yeah.
I feel like it's interesting that he keeps popping up and looking after Luffy as well.
Yeah, like an ace. And he's fire.
Yeah, I just think it's interesting.
yeah,
Like he
this
just
type of
popping up
flame.
this side as well, and in certain incidents and making excuses. Oh, I'm only here because of this. But like, and you know what I mean? They recruited you, told you what Straw Hats thing, and you jumped on pretty quickly.
Mm-mm.
Okay, now we get into the Bo Hancock. I know
Yeah.
this is my favorite part right here because she's like, I gotta leave because everybody's in danger, and she's like, I'm just gonna go off and marry Luffy.
I was laughing about this, but this is actually pretty smart. Like I was thinking, because if she married, if they really did, she married Luffy, Luffy would own her territory. So like no one would really fuck with her land, so they would have some peace. You know.
Yeah.
But I was like, this is probably going to lead to like a Luffy alliance or something like that. Like an official. She's probably going to be like I
I
said.
was gonna say, I think in one of our videos you did discuss how Boa Hancock was. I think you said that she might join Luffy crew one day. I think you had mentioned, and I
Mhm.
said I see that happening, and right here it kind of shows like I said, it doesn't matter. She's a warlord or what. She's just in love with Luffy, and no matter what happens, she's always gonna go and think about Luffy. So
That's what I'm saying. It's setting up that she could potentially like be like kind of how like a Kinemon was just on the ship for a while. You know what I mean? Law was on the
Yeah.
ship for a little bit. Like I could see them doing that with Boa as well. And the way he
I don't know because I feel like Bo would get jealous of Nami and Robin a lot. She
oh
wouldn't
yeah,
want all none of the other females around.
but that would be funny to see. Like I mean, we never really seen their interactions. Like I don't think they
they
even
never
know
met her until they have that.
like I don't think any of them know Luffy knows Boa.
Well, no, when
Have they
he
met?
was at
Have they
Saturday,
met her before? I don't know if Nami and Robin met her before. I
That's
feel
what
like
I'm
they
saying.
have.
I don't know if they ever met Boa.
they haven't. I don't think they met her,
Nah,
but
because
you know he was
they
on
were
the
all on
island.
the different islands. Remember on the 2 year skip. So I think Luffy was the only one there recovering. I
I
don't think
remember
they
when I
got to
was
see
watching
her.
Stampede, there was a scene that caught me where it was Sabo and Law, and Boa was there, and she saw Luffy and started running towards him and like picked Luffy up and, oh my God, Luffy, la la. Both of them started talking, and when they panned back to Sabo and Law, they both got their jaw dropped. Like, yo, how do they know each other? Like, you know what I mean? And then and Luffy's like, oh, yeah, she's a good friend of mine. You know what I mean? And I'm like, yo, I think Oda's holding that to be a joke when with the crew. Like, I don't think any of the crew know that
Yeah,
each other. Like, you know what I mean? Or not even that they know each other, but you've seen that picture in of Luffy in their little island, John.
Yeah,
It's like an infatuation she has with Luffy.
as an accession. Yeah,
yeah, she loved that rubber.
this man.
Yeah, look at LeBron James. I love this, John. The dude look just like LeBron James
Oh
from
my gosh. Oh my god.
Oh yeah. He said I remember he sent me the picture of the Space Jam movie LeBron James, the cartoon version. He kind of
He do look like that, and he don't have the mustache.
I said, yeah, this is LeBron James making his appearance. This is where they about to stop fighting because they realize that the pacifista looks familiar. His eyes look like a star. She got fire, and the wings of King the Lumerian
Dog.
species. Oh my gosh. This is definitely when you grab your nose, like, oh man, blown up ships.
Blackbeard's here.
dun dun dun.
Look at him. Look at the two in the back.
No, I really wish they did this picture in color because this.
I would have loved this on shirt. Like,
Yeah.
rival just pulling up. And I like how he didn't pull up. So I like that he didn't pull up. He pulled up with some corny people because it makes you think now, all right, Blackbeard's Island's still protected then. You know what I mean? I know the heavy hitters are still there. So a potential Law or Kid, if they find their way to that island next, it's still an interesting fight we're gonna have. It's not like what we thought, how it was gonna be unprotected. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that big guy's like, I want to keep her alive and do some things.
Yeah.
I was like, this man is so perverted. Like, look at him.
Yeah, with his tongue out.
Yeah, I want to take her powers. I think that's interesting that he wanted her devil fruit.
He wanted it so nobody else could get it.
But we've been talking about that for a minute. Like, I like this because this is implication that he's going after fruits. Like,
Yeah,
Vanilla
true.
fruit.
exactly what we've been.
And I like how they show him in this aspect more as a captain, because usually every time we see him, he's always in like a little joking, or like something funny happens, like he becomes a joke. To
Yeah.
me, at least, they show him as a joke at some point. But in this whole chapter, I don't see him as a joke. I see him as ooh, he's an emperor.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
he's actually standing tall.
boy Blackbeard name. Man,
Yeah,
Blackbeard.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, who's
I
his
like
name? Got Kobe right there too.
Yeah, forgot Kobe was even in there.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. I think this is this when she starts stoning the people.
Yeah, I believe she starts throwing them in stone. Here, this is where he's confused about what he's looking at. He sees a kid. Go back up real quick. He says right here, wait, you're kidding, white hair, brown skin, and black wings. And
Oh
it's
yeah,
like he realized, who he's seeing right now.
Mm-hmm.
No idea.
this is definitely looking like if you go a little bit more down, it looks like freaking
Yeah.
Mihawk right there. Look at the eyes. That's Mihawk eyes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was wondering what the eyes reminded me of.
Mhm.
Got the Mihawk circles, and the way he even like. So a lot of people were saying it's King, but like to me, if you just look at his fighting stance, like how does Mihawk hold his blade? His blade is to his back. How did this?
Oh, and look at the sword too. It looks like
Yeah.
Mihawk's.
You know what I'm saying? It's just the little subtle things to me was like that's Mihawk, and then if we can right here, I'm sorry, right underneath it, he slashed the island. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
ooh, that's not. You know what I mean? That's like King not. I don't know. King's not doing that. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He said it to Zoro when he was fighting him. I'm not a swordsman. Like he even said it. Like you know what I mean? That's not his main fighting thing. So I think that's a clone with Lunarian DNA of Mihawk.
Mihawk and Boa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And even right here, you see Blackbeard using hockey right there.
Oh,
Yeah, it finally confirmed.
Yeah, they confirmed. I mean, we already kind of knew that he had it, but
I mean, I was talking my stuff. I was like, nah, he ain't gonna have it.
and it makes sense for him to have it. It'll be weird if he didn't, and it'd just be like
how he did Black Hole right here, and you think that he actually did some damage to the kid. You know what I mean?
he didn't do nothing. Oh, this is where she put everybody with the arrows.
Yeah, this is actually crazy.
Bo's pretty OP. Like I was just thinking, like off panel, I was like, she's probably as strong as Wonder Woman is. Like you know how Wonder Woman was raised in a type of all female.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Amazon thing. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. She's only stuck into Superman pretty much.
It'll make sense to clone her or something because she's probably a little stronger, a little faster. Plus, you add the Lunarian thing on top of it. You know what I mean? I love that Himeppo is frozen in LeBron.
Even the Vice Admiral.
Yeah.
But Kobe's not.
Okay. So I like this line here. He says, "Hey, pass the feast to stop that. You'll smash the people who've been turned to stone. Stop right now." He had to say stop twice, which tells me this isn't like a Kumo bot where you say stop and they're going to stop. This tells me that these things got a mind to their own, and they could be actually human, a human clone type of thing where they got their own brain, their own type of thoughts, and that's why Kobe had to order him twice, like yo, stop, you know what I mean? Like that's an order. I'm telling you to stop this shit. You know what I mean? Like to me, it was just he put too much energy into that stop for it to be sort of robotic. I'm listening to whatever you say. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so what you feeling like this ain't even robot at all? This is like an actual person?
Yeah.
I mean, we think about it. If you go back to Punk Hazard when Caesar was working on kids and experimenting, so this could be bringing that assets back. Like who?
Remember Germa and the way how he had kids and then he was experimenting in them through birth, and then he kind of raised them up to be what he wanted it to be. That's kind of like the blueprint to it, and they kind of just took that and ran with like maybe we can do this with this type of Lunarian blood we got. And if you remember, King and Kaido met because Kaido broke out of Vegapunk's lab, which King was in as well, and he freed King. So he probably has Kaido's blood. He probably has King's blood. So this is how he has the Lunarian. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the fire and the wing part of the aspect of it.
That's crazy.
That was just nasty. Oh, I love this panel.
Oh yeah, this panel is beautiful.
Yes. This right here, I'm putting this on a shirt. Talking to Hancock, then you got Kobe, and then everybody behind Kobe still has statues. Like that's so dope.
But even look at freaking Blackbeard's crew members, his
Yeah,
like
they're even stoned as well.
captains. Yeah, like that's how I was like,
Like,
whoa, Boa is really powerful.
Boa
Yeah,
got a good bounty. You know what I mean? Got 1,659 million, I guess.
1.6.
shit. Oh yeah, yep. That's his
5 9.
billion.
Yeah.
Blackbeard got 3.996 billion,
Yeah.
which puts him right under Shanks and right before Mihawk, which makes sense for him and where the story's progressing of like who's the strongest people left. Right now it's Shanks, and now it makes sense. Blackbeard's number 2, Mihawk's number 3. I liked it that. I think is this what he talks about. Let me see. I don't see.
What I like what she mentions is that if she gets killed right now, nobody will come back from being
Yes.
turned to stone. And
Yeah,
I was like, whoa, that's a crazy power.
It's like that was a crazy.
It's like that fruit was meant for her only because of her beauty, basically. So somebody has to have the same, I guess, equal beauty as Boa in order to control that fruit.
I see why Blackbeard wanted it though. Just seeing,
Like he says it right here. My beauty is what makes this power formidable.
Yeah, whoever inherits her power won't be able to free them, and that's like, oh snap.
That was
Yeah, she says here, if you kill me, all your little friends will remain statues forever. I was like, damn, that's messed up.
When Kobe says that he underestimated, I knew Boa is trickier than I expected.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So he kind of
right there, like that just confirms how strong Boa is altogether.
Yeah, I was telling you off camera that she has conquerors. Like it is confirmed that she has conquerors. Hockey, you know what I mean?
Yeah, she's a queen.
Yeah.
I think we were talking about off camera too that on that island, like I think they might have like their own type of hockey as well, like the same as
Wanda. She knows all 3 types of hockey in their island. They specialize in that. Like they all train in hockey.
Yeah, and that's why their arrows were so powerful when they shot them.
Yo, they really got a picture of Luffy right there. You see that?
Pay attention to the background. There's a picture of Luffy.
Yeah, a giant picture of him.
If that like this is Luffy's island, like you know what I'm saying? Like there's a picture of Straw Hat. I mean, we all know Blackbeard don't care about that. Blackbeard's pulling up regardless. But I was shocked that Kobe even pulled up, seeing that sign and stuff. Like you know what type of smoke you're gonna get yourself into if it's sideways. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep. All right. What else we got here?
Hold on. It says she was in prison. This one he said the Rockport incident, which I thought was
up here.
Oh yeah. He's thanking him helping him out when he had stopped what's the lava guy?
So this is that made it impossible to oust Ochuko, which Ochoko and become the boss of the pirate island. So this ties Law, Kobe, and Blackbeard to that incident of Rockport. We know Law was the mastermind behind it, and we found that out when they introduced the worst generation. We know Kobe is the hero of the Rockport incident, and we know Blackbeard walked away the winner because he walked away with the island. You know what I mean? He walked away becoming the boss. So we still don't know what happened, but we know these 3 are tied into it. I liked this little information that piece by piece he's feeding us about this Rockport incident, like it's coming back into play now.
And get his side of it.
Like if I really unhand her, do you really think she's gonna listen to everyone on stone, or do you think she's just gonna turn me to stone? I really like that he kept asking Kobe his opinion and then still was going to do whatever he wanted to do.
And she said, "Yeah, I'll do it if you 2 get off my island." But
and he's smart because he's like, yeah, her power is nullified as I choke her out.
Yeah.
Because he says right here, I honestly don't think any man can resist your charm.
Yeah, it really says a lot about Boa.
Other than Luffy.
Other than Luffy. She's like, oh, hey. And then she's like, oh, my God, he said hi.
Luffy not man, he a god.
Yeah, I like this. This is when Rayleigh.
This is go down. This is when Rayleigh pops up. This John was dope because I did not expect him just to pop out anywhere. I thought it was kind of random.
But I think the terrain will get this devastated. Sorry, I'm late, Hancock, and everyone's like, the Dark King Rayleigh. You know what I mean? Oh my God. Yeah,
look at Kobe's face. He's like, what?
And Blackbeard's even afraid. He's like,
he's like Whitebeard's old apprentice, huh? I know it's immature to admit this, but I really don't like you. I thought that was hilarious when he told that to Blackbeard.
Pirate right hand man, Dark King, Silver's railing. It's like how many
Yeah.
titles is he? The Pirate King's right hand man, Dark King, Silver's railing. Like Jesus.
That's
That's
kind of
how Zoro's gonna be introduced.
yeah. I was
Yeah,
gonna say
yeah,
that's how Suave wanted him to be introduced. He was like, he needs to have some respect. Put right hand man on there.
Yeah.
that's how Zoro needs to start getting his, respect.
The island look cut
Nah,
up now.
dude.
I didn't even know they got like a little
Yeah,
press in it.
that, yeah, but like, look at that clean splash.
I wonder what I didn't realize that there was some lettering on there. You think that's probably saying like the name of the island or something?
I mean, it looks like an A now on Crypt A. It's
That's not what I'm talking about. There's like little lettering right there. You don't see it on the mountain itself. Underneath the crevices is like like Japanese lettering. You don't see it.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I see it. I see it. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if maybe that's the name of the island or what if it says like Luffy or something.
That'd be wild. Dog, this was interesting here. I didn't know she was
Former Empress of Amazon Lily. She's
ex-captain of the.
ex-captain of the Kuja Pirates. So she was the pirate queen that fell in love and left, and she fell in love with Rayleigh because she's married to Rayleigh. So now they connected all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was an interesting thing. I was like, oh snap, and no wonder Rayleigh knew about the island so much and
She was
everything.
never a marine or anything. She was a pirate. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's crazy.
and I was wondering why she felt like she was. Yeah, I'm that one. And it's like, oh, I haven't seen him in like 3 years, but he's gonna be back. Haven't seen
Yeah, when she was like so nonchalant about him just like up and going.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty much Luffy and Boa right now.
So she said a lot of important information. She's progression sometimes cause new problems. Even the calm belt isn't safe anymore. With Vegapunk's sea prison's paddle ships out there. Between the Navy's new weapons and Blackbeard's arrival, I thought we were done for. So it's interesting. We got Vegapunk's made new ships made out of sea stone. So we know any type of devil fruit users can't break it, which is very interesting. You got these new, I don't even know what they are, these new pacifistas, I guess. These kids.
Well, I think the sea stone also deters the monster fish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the important part with those two. But I didn't think about people with powers wouldn't be able to break it with the devil fruit powers.
And that's smart too. Eventually with technology, somebody somewhere is going to think about, okay, our ships are getting destroyed all the time. Like we need something to stop, them from breaking our ships. So that's actually smart.
We can go down a little bit and break this down. To be frank, circumstances allowed me to use my reputation. I've gotten old. I see. So he's pretty much admitting, like he wouldn't have been able to defeat Blackbeard.
Yeah, exactly.
And be able to take it 1-on-1 against Blackbeard.
These days, he's right there.
He's looking to replace the warlords with these new weapons. You see, so that was the whole about those kids potentially being the new warlords.
Yeah, and the little kids even got Boa's earrings and stuff too.
Yeah, her face, her hair, the earrings.
I like this because even after everything, those two didn't even have a scratch on them. So that Blackbeard black hole thing he did to the Mihawk one didn't even do anything to him.
Mm-hmm.
And then it says it's bizarre. The one of them looked just like you. Big sis did when she was
a kid.
So she even got the snake earrings. Like,
yeah,
that's interesting.
And then over here they kidnapped freaking Kobe, which is wild.
So this here, I don't know if you remember on the last video we talked about, and I think we're saying where did we see this manga going to, and I remember Suave saying that he could kind of see Boa getting kidnapped and Luffy gonna go save him. He was kind of right. We got the Boa part, but really it is gonna be Kobe now. So now is okay. This is where they might be heading to. Maybe they're gonna go help save Kobe because it doesn't make no sense for them to go all the way back to where Boa's at because they're going backwards. We're trying to go forward. So I thought this is crazy.
Yeah. He's setting up like another version of the Ace incident where they're gonna have to come in and come rescue him.
Oh yeah, you could see that both the Navy and freaking Luffy gonna work together.
Garp, Garp's gonna go get his predecessor. That's Garp's #1 apprentice, so he's gonna go get Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
how this plays out. Does Garp die here? Is this the part where you know what I mean?
So
Yeah.
here also even tells us too that they're heading to Egghead Port. So they're
So
going to
to
Egghead
me,
Port.
it plays into a lot of things. We know Kobe's in Sword. There's rumors that Kuzan could be in Sword. Kuzan's rumored to be the last member of the Blackbeard Pirates. You know what I mean? They threw that out there that he's been working with the Blackbeard Pirates. You know what I mean?
So that could be our little undercover right there.
I would like get some confirmation. Is Kuzan in Sword? If Kobe and Kuzan, if he takes him back to his island and they see each other, is it something where they feel like Kobe's like, well, I'm cool. I got someone that I know is gonna, you know what I mean, help me get me out of here. Whatever the card is, we're gonna get some more information. Like I feel like this is setting up Kobe to be the new Garp and Luffy to be Roger. How Roger and Garp teamed up a couple times.
Yeah.
Had a big rivalry. I think this is what they're doing. They're setting up that type of relationship between Kobe and Luffy. And
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
I think that's dope. We've seen them when they first started, and then it's like boom. Now they're somehow connecting to come back together. And now Kobe is older; he's not a little kid anymore, and now he's actually in the Marines. He did what he told Luffy that what he was gonna do, and if they do team up, I think that would be pretty dope as well. We get to see them back together.
Yeah, that's gonna be a nice little team up between them two.
Yeah, I like how Oda been setting it up since the beginning. Kobe been the first person he ever met, so he's like, the starting off as a Marine, starting off as a pirate from the beginning.
So I think I don't know if anyone called Elsbeth being next island, but I think that's where we're headed next now. I think space.
That's what I said. I think we're gonna head to. I think it's. I'm telling you, Usopp is time. Like it is time, Usopp. Like give me something that I could be like, okay, you got my respect. That's what we're heading to. Usopp's upgrade.
Yeah, let's look at some of these colored pages real quick.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Marco looks sick to this fire.
I love how they always do the coloring for Marco.
And notice how freaking Marco didn't say straw hat, like he usually does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He says straw hat, and then Luffy says Marco.
You're leaving already?
Wow.
Jinbei. Yeah, Jinbei funny as hell in this.
I might put that on the shirt.
Yeah, just put the word.
Yeah,
there we go.
That's gonna be on my.
That's the one I want. Blackbeard right there with Hancock. You see, it's just interesting, man. Because I could definitely see Rayleigh telling Hancock, like, when it's time to get on the ship, it's time to set out. You know what I mean? We need to go catch up with Luffy and let him know what's going on. You know what I mean?
I don't even think he would be doing all that because Luffy's on his own path. He's just like helping Bo out. He's just helping her out.
I think she really needs Luffy. She'll go and find him.
Yeah.
Hey, she'll find a way to get to him. If anything, that's a must.
Yeah, Rayleigh was just there helping out because, like you said, his wife was the old empress of it, pretty much.
Right.
I still think that's crazy.
Yeah, so she didn't want her island be destroyed and all her people.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, that's a secret training ground.
Yep, exactly. Is that the only one? We got more.
No, that's it. They was just like, we just coloring 2 pages.
I know, man. I wish they could just color the whole thing, honestly, man. It looks so nice.
There's no break next week, so we got something to look forward to.
Yeah, there's no break for the next 2 weeks. They give us 3 weeks on, 1 week off for the rest of the year.
This is when we had a break and we did our predictions or where we think this is going. I think we actually predicted pretty well. I know I said we'll probably get some more Blackbeard, and we definitely did get some Blackbeard. I'm happy that we got something of this man because he's always hiding in the cut.
Yeah, and looking goofy, but
yeah,
no, he ain't.
Just like in his little throne, sitting back, like okay, I'm just doing my thing. I'll go over there. Like don't worry about what I'm doing.
Yeah, and he's showing a lot more mastery of his powers and all that too.
Yeah, because like you said, we just see him pull up. And then he out. Like now we actually seeing him, using his powers. Now he's using Whitebeard's devil fruit and stuff. So I thought that was cool.
And like
warlords now, it's interesting. He's taking whoever fruit he wants.
Mm-hmm.
So now with these pastivistas, like, do you guys think like where would they take this? Like, do you think they're gonna clone all the former warlords, or do you think like, do we think like that we're just gonna give a random character? Like, do you think they're gonna make Buggy or like a Shanks? Like, do you see them, doing a Blackbeard maybe, or just another? We might see like a Kid Kuma.
I was about to say pretty much all the warlords that they had that they were able to study because they had time to study these people and like Suave said they kidnapped Kaido at one point too. I can't tell if they were able to get past his strong outer body to take his cells, but yeah, they were able to clone everybody that they were able to study.
We know Bola was a slave, so we know she probably got tested on. We know like there's a lot of characters that set up that way. I don't think Kuma's gonna get cloned because they already got the pacifista bots. Like I think they did all they can with Kuma. You know what I mean? Making a kid version of Kuma, Lunarian.
I mean, look at like a Jinbei, imagine like a Jinbei kid with the wings, and then he got water with like some firepower. Like that's kind of cool. And he could probably swim. Like I don't know, can these things swim? We don't know if they could swim. We know they can fly.
Flamingo, I think Crocodile. I think those are all three former warlords that are definitely gonna get a clone of potentially maybe Law.
Yeah, that would be crazy. We do get like a Kid Law, but I could see him definitely doing Dofi. That would be another new Kid Dofi, probably even more crazier than what he was.
Dofi's stronger than the average human as well. We know from his celestial dragon blood.
Yeah.
So if they did some tests and able to grab that blood, I'm telling you, that's an easy one. Crocodile would be dangerous with his two hands. It all depends. We've seen Vegapunk can copy Devil Fruit's abilities. We've seen him do that with Pacifistas being able to have the Light Admirals, Light Blast.
His power.
So we've seen that he's able to copy Devil Fruit abilities. We've seen him make a clone of Kaido's fruit that Momonosuke ate. So we've seen that he's able to he fucks around with Devil Fruits.
And it looked like he can clone Hockey because with that Mihawk'S slash that he did for that whole mountain, I'm like, dang.
Who's to say he can't clone Devil Fruit abilities? Who's to say Crocodile's, clone can't? You know what you're saying?
Mm-hmm. Oh, dang, her computer died.
I just like how Kobe's not doing shit.
Yeah, you don't ever see Kobe fight anymore. You just see him bleeding.
Just sitting there like, don't do it. No, Blackbeard. Like, he remind me of a Kevin Hart skit. Like, no. Blackbeard, don't do it. Joke around, no, stop. We need her. Don't think about your soldiers. No, don't. Like, stop it.
But all right, y'all. What y'all think? Let us know in the comments.
Yes, sir.